Are you feeling lost and unsure about your career or your financial future? Or are you just getting into freelancing or the idea of freelancing and you need some help figuring it all out? Well, that's exactly how I was in the past as well. And today I want to share how I took the leap into freelancing and how I went from feeling lost and not knowing what the heck I was doing in life or in my career or what career I wanted to where I am today now that I've been a freelancer for 6 years and I've earned over 85 grand freelancing, mostly on Upwork. I also live in a really affordable country where that amount of money is plenty to live on. Hey, my name is Elijah, and if you're new to this channel, I help aspiring freelancers get started, as well as offering tips and strategies for people who are already freelancing but who want to take their business to a higher level. So rewind to about 7 or 8 years ago, and like I said, I was feeling really lost and unsure about what the heck I was doing with my career, which direction I was going in my life in general, and just in a complete slump. I had tried so many different jobs. Some of them I liked, some of them were meh, and some I downright hated. I didn't feel happy, and I knew there had to be a better way. So I dove into doing a ton of research on making money online and starting businesses. I even started a couple of small businesses where I lived at the time. I also tried learning how to code and building websites to see if that's what I wanted to do. I started an online e-commerce store with Shopify, selling hoverboards. You know, the kind that start houses on fire. Yeah, I didn't think that was the safest industry to stay in. I actually got sales right away in my online store, but I had a number of things happen and I had to spend so much money in advertising to sell the products that I was selling that it was just like barely profitable. And I'm sure I could have worked on that and improved it over a long period of time, but what I really needed was income, like now and on a consistent basis. So I tried to get remote jobs. I applied for a bunch and never heard back from most of them, which sucked. It felt really crappy because I really wanted to start working online and not having to go into a physical workspace like ever again unless I chose to. And then along the way, I had been hearing more and more about freelancing and freelance writing, and I enjoyed writing, so that was the kind of freelancing that I was drawn to. I wasn't necessarily a great writer by any means, but I thought I could do it decently enough, or I could learn how to do it. I had written a bunch of papers in college and a little bit of short fiction and things like that. I had written some of the advertising and social media for some of the businesses that I had worked in and also started. But this idea of freelancing just really started to shimmer and glisten in my imagination. It seemed like the best solution for my needs and desires. So this idea kept growing and growing until I decided I was going to become a freelancer and earn all of my income online no matter what. But I had another thing going on in my head and in the depths of my soul, which was to get out and explore the world. See, I grew up in the US, and in America, we feel like we're the greatest country. I don't know, it's just like this weird mentality where the country is just self-absorbed in an unhealthy way. And I just wanted to get out and see the world and experience it. And of course, this was after being exposed to things like the 4-hour work week and seeing digital nomads living and making money online from Thailand. So basically, I became hooked on this idea of working less, doing it online, and traveling the world while earning an income. That concept was so powerful to me. And so that's what I set out to do. But I didn't have a bunch of savings. I had an embarrassingly small amount of cash and some airline miles that I had saved up from a couple credit cards. So I wasn't in the best situation to just go take off and explore the world and become a digital nomad, especially since I didn't have any clients or any experience freelancing or working online yet. So from a logical perspective, it didn't really make sense, but I felt the burning deep inside me. It was so intense, I knew that I just had to take action to change my situation and try to make this idea a reality in my life. And 6 years later, now I'm living in Southeast Asia. I've been a freelancer for 6 years. In that time, I've earned 100% of my income online, freelancing. And now I'm also creating this content to share with other people like yourself. Learn how to either get started with freelancing or level up your freelancing or get a remote job or create an online business, whatever it is. I'm passionate about all of those things that don't tie you down to, going into an office or going into, like a blue collar job where you have to go into a physical location. I'm done with that. And so I want to help inspire other people achieve the same thing in their life and move beyond that kind of existence if they choose to, if that's what they want. So no, life is not perfect now. There are new challenges all the time, but for me, it's a million times better than how my life was before. Now that I'm freelancing, I can create the work-life balance that I want. I can work from home. I can work as little or as much as I want. I can grow my career or not focus on it that much and just make a little bit of money, or I can really go hard and make a lot of money working a lot and, leveling up my skills to charge more and more. It's all up to me, and I can decide how I want to do that. And there are so many clients in the world on a platform like Upwork. Upwork is not the only place to earn money. In fact, you don't need a platform like that, but for me, it worked out really well, and I really recommend it to anyone getting started with freelancing. But how did I actually do it? How did I actually go from unskilled, unhappy worker to being a much happier person, earning a sustainable income online, being able to pay all my bills, and truly creating the life that I want to live? How did I go from that to that? That's exactly what I'm going to talk about in this next video. So click on this next video and learn exactly how I got started and how you can follow in my footsteps if you're not already achieving success as a freelancer. So go on, click on the next video. I will see you there.